Hello, Leo North Node, and welcome to your reading for December 21st to March 21st, 2023. I'm Samara, your Feminist Alchemist. So these are general readings. Not all of the messages will apply to you, so just take what resonates and leave the rest for whoever else in your North Node collective needs to hear that message at this time. If you are feeling this reading, give it a like, a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the Feminist Alchemist channel, which helps me and my guides know that you resonate with these messages and would like more messages through this channel. And click the bell to be notified when I upload. So, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Please do note that I only read for the North Node placement, not sun sign or rising or moon. So if you're not sure where your North Node is located, please check out the link on my website in the description box, which has a chart of dates and where the North Node was placed at that time. You could also run your birth chart if you so desire, which is also linked below. What else do you need to know? So the spread that I use is one that was given to me by my guides. What we do is we go through different levels of vibration, each of which I will timestamp in the description box as well, so that you can come back at any time and refer back to a section, or if you don't make it through the whole video in one sitting, you can easily come back to where you left off. So we start with the big overarching energies, which we term the universal energies, and then we're on to the 5D, that is your higher self or future self. It's messages to you as to which areas of your life, of your frequency, you should pay attention to in the next 3 months. Then we'll do the 3D, which are situations that are showing up in your physical reality that are presenting themselves as opportunities for growth. We'll ask advice on how to bridge the 3D and the 5D. And then I'm going to look at what wants to come through the portal of your heart in the next 3 months. Some heart clearing action. I do a different ending every session. So sometimes I do karma, sometimes I do multidimensionality, past lives. You get the picture. So this time is the portal of the heart. And then I'm going to pull final oracle cards, 2 final oracle cards to close off the reading. And that is it. I do have a limited number of personal readings available for 2023. There is a link in the description box as well, and a discount code for a 2023 reading. So I think with that, I've covered all the bases and we can begin. So we have Starseed. I'm just going to, they want these 2 that are sticking out. So, surfacing, take flight, Starseed, and they want this one, voice. Okay. Just making sure, because we had a lot of cards come out, so I want to make sure there's more than enough room here. All right, so Leo North Node, surfacing, yes. A lot of soul memories, past life memories, or even times of your life in this lifetime that feel like it was lifetimes ago. There is the opportunity to bring up and clear or to resurrect old passions. So bring up and clear old stuck energy, which also removing that stuck energy will bring old passions, will renew old passions, reignite old passions is the word I'm getting. Yeah, take flight. I feel the opportunity for an upswing in energy, newfound. I just keep hearing newfound passion, newfound passion. So reigniting your passion, and therefore also your confidence to move forward with in a new, energized way. We'll see if that is new opportunities and new pathways, or if it's an expansion of what you're already doing and how you're already living. Starseed, some of you, Leo North Node, are coming to an awareness of star origins, of connections to otherworldly beings, otherworldly energies, the multi-dimensionality card is not in this deck. So now that I said it, it may come out. But yeah. And for some of you, it feels like a time of curiosity and learning about what is all this starseed stuff, if you're not already dipping your toe into it or already versed in that, familiar with concepts and thinking, wisdom around starseeds. That may come into your awareness in the next 3 months. Voice. I feel that you have the opportunity to, so I just realized some of my noises may sound really funny, but that's just the way the energy makes me feel. Voicing your perspective of reality, voicing your higher perspective. Some of you have been dimming your light to fit in, and I feel that some of you have a very natural, let's say, open third eye and crown chakra, very imaginative, and perhaps have beliefs that are beyond your time, it feels like. And some of them are actually very, very ancient beliefs that have just gotten lost through the ages. And this is why I feel like surfacing is as much past life knowledge as it is deeper memories or distant memories from this lifetime. I'm going to go right to the 5D, higher self, future self, and see what messages we have from there. Okay, this one does not want to leave my hand, so I'm going to use it. Allowance, intimacy, Gaia, they want it like this. Originality, okay, that's a lot of cards. Let's see how they want this to go. Okay. These two, they don't want to leave my hand. Integration, cosmic flower, having quite a day of slippery cards. Okay. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Multi-dimensionality, as I said. Yeah. Okay. What do we have here? Allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. So what I'm feeling, actually, I'm feeling intimacy and allowance together, in that you need to allow people to know you and allow yourself to be yourself in all that you are, without restriction or thinking about how people are going to receive you. And trusting that there will still be a lot of people who gravitate to you and like and accept you as you are. I feel that there is a lot in your personality. So let's just talk about, first of all, Aquarius South Node, Leo North Node. Aquarius South Node is a very philanthropic, community-minded, social justice, and an energy of working together. Not a bad thing, not a bad thing at all. But Leo North Node is more of a trailblazer, is willing to be in the spotlight. So I keep coming back to the phrase, dimming your light. I feel that you must allow yourself to be different and be unique, and that make you stand out from everyone else. Although there's probably people that may come up in the next round of cards, people that judge you for it or make you feel bad about it. And in that way, I feel some of you are getting pulled towards the starseed corner here. Some of you are hiding some of your psychic, intuitive gifts and your insights, your unique insights, for fear of those not being accepted. And sometimes we tone ourselves down without even realizing it, because we just can read the energy of the space and feel that our type of differentness will not be embraced. So we'll feel even more singled out or more different. So they want me to say that, yes, you are part of the fabric of humanity and of the earth, just as you are, with all of the characteristics that you have. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our Great Mother and to the universe that birthed us all. And I feel that that's also saying, like, if you agitate somebody or make their whatever reaction they have to you is theirs to have. And the universe is not looking at you and saying, why did you say something that made someone, screw up their face or make a funny face at you or raise their eyebrow? You know what I mean? You're there to be in your frequency. You're here to be in your frequency. How other people react to your frequency is... It's not even irrelevant. It's the way it's supposed to be. That's what they're saying. It's the way it's supposed to be. You will be met with resistance from the people who are not ready to accept you, but you exposing or showing who you fully are, and them now being exposed to your energy, will do something for them. Your only responsibility in this lifetime is to be all of the facets that you are. And that brings us to originality. The frequency of originality supports our capacity to be unique and original creators of unlimited possibilities in every moment. Yeah, you are here to be original is something they want you to remember. You have a very unique voice, a unique point of view. And that's in whatever realm that you choose to use your energy in. If you feel fragmented, like compartmentalized at this time, it's a time to bring all of the parts of yourself together. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. Yeah, all of those things about yourself that you question, that other people have questioned, are all parts of your makeup. And all have their ways of working for you, regardless of how you view them as positive or negative, and regardless of how other people view them as positive or negative. The cosmic flower, the frequency of the cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. And I'll go straight to multidimensionality. The frequency of multidimensionality activates our awareness of our true essence, which is eternal and multidimensional. So some of you are going through a very profound awakening at this time. I can see your worldview and your view of yourself. Really, it starts with the view of yourself. And once you're viewing yourself through a different lens than the world, you see the world differently as well. And your interactions with the world. And I see that as being a key. Ooh, it's so exciting. I see a key to you taking flight. And it's not anything that you need to seek outside of yourself. It's really something, an acknowledgement of something within. I see a lot of purple in your cards, a lot of third eye and crown energy. And I feel once you are able to take that to heart, that you will move much lighter through life. I feel a lot of social burden being lifted at this time. So if you are one that thinks a lot about how to fit in, whether or not you fit in, what people are saying, what's the right thing to do for the group, this is when you will release yourself from that. And that's not to say you'll never think about it, but you will, the way that it weighs on your heart and your mind will change. There is that potential for that to change in the next 3 months. It should already be changing. That winter solstice followed by the new moon. Oh my God. For me, it was great, and it still is great. I'm reading on it's Christmas Eve when I'm reading this right now, on the 24th. So we're still in the midst, like in that corridor of energy where everything feels possible. I'm shuffling your 3D cards now. Page of Wands in reverse. But a lot of people, depending on how things were going for you energetically leading up to this, to these portals, it may have been, a dark night of the soul type energy, like a lot coming up to be cleansed. So, Leo, North Node. Are we doing these two together? Yes, the Six of Swords and Judgment are coming in together. Interesting. the Ace of Cups. Oh, we got 2 cards on the end as well. The 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. Oh, my goodness, Leo North Node. So, Page of Wands in reverse. I feel that in the next 3 months, there will be feelings of not knowing what to do with all of this impulse that's coming through, all of this intuition and impulse that's coming through you. I feel, and that could be because you're holding yourself back. And it could be because your environment is holding you back. But I feel it's a combination of the two. You may just be in environments where you constantly try to start something and it just doesn't happen. It doesn't develop. It doesn't pick up momentum. So I feel, and this is coming by the top here with intimacy and such, and I feel that it's, you also may have relationships where you think that you've met somebody where certain progress can happen working together and such, and it just does not seem to be clicking for some reason. But I feel this also could be in personal relationships. With the Judgment and 6 of Swords, I do feel that you feel a strong calling. There will be a strong calling if you're not already feeling it. But I see a struggle of balance. I see you intellectualizing what you're feeling. So this may manifest as very clear situations where you're speaking to people, you're in a setting where there's more intellectual activity than emotional, but your emotional and your intuition is telling you something very strongly, and it's not in alignment with what people are saying to each other, how people are acting towards each other. So I feel that friction is going to be, any place where those sources of friction are in your life are going to show up. And I feel that one of the lessons that you may be ready to undertake, so, is how you can affect your physical reality by through the manipulation of your own energy and vibration, through visualizations, affirmations, magic, spiritual practices, prayer, however you practice your connecting with your higher vibration. I'm going to leave it in that general terms because I want to include any practices that bring you to your sense of magical, light-filled self. Yes. The Ace of Cups is with all of that that's showing up. I do feel that you're going to experience a lot of heart expansion in this time. It's likely coming from your spirit team. And simply because blockages are falling away. And they're showing me that the blockages are, once again, they're showing me someone who sees, like, there's a screen and there's pixels that are blacked out, and now more pixels actually are populated, so you're seeing more of the picture. And when you see more of the picture, then I feel your sense of responsibility for how the picture looks or they're trying to give me different words. Your idea of what it is you have to do in order to affect the way the picture looks is going to change. So I feel that martyrdom, putting your own emotional needs aside for the good of the group or the relationship, that is going to be no longer. You'll feel in the next 3 months the need to have your emotional needs fulfilled. You will start fulfilling them yourself, that's for sure, by choosing to disengage in certain conversations, to minimize your interactions with certain people, and not taking on certain burdens. And I feel that the more that you come to accept all of the aspects of yourself as gifts, your sense of loving yourself and therefore the amount of love that you have to give is also going to amplify. The Two of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, I feel that it's going to become very clear to you in sometime in the next 3 months. It's going to become very clear to you what you can do and should do in order to have all of the abundance in life. Like, I feel that you're going to connect to your calling. You're going to feel a soul's calling. But the Two of Swords is, I feel you intellectualizing again between, like, you have the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords on either side. So balance, and the Two of Swords, the Six of Swords, like moving forward. There's usually a boat in the Six of Swords as well. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, you have Stonehenge in both of them. Sorry, I'll hold this slower. Stonehenge in both of these. And then you have kind of the Two of Swords in the middle with the Judgment card. I feel you have a calling and you're rationalizing. You may go back and forth rationalizing as to why you should kind of keep a foot on both sides of the line. I feel you not necessarily ready to leap in the next 3 months, or that coming up as a point of inner conflict for you. But the Ten of Pentacles is also telling me that what you are doing right now, you're at a point where a chapter is ending. Like, where you've accomplished all that you can accomplish in the constellation that you're in. I'm going to ask now for advice on how to bridge the 3D and the 5D. We have the Moon. The Lovers. Page of Wands. Hey, Page of Wands again, but in the upright. And the Queen of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. So, first point of advice. You see, she's looking at herself in the water here and kind of seeing maybe the parts of herself that she's not so into. You need to, or you are advised to, rather. Mirror work is one thing, looking at yourself in the eye and telling yourself very nice things. But you do need to look at your emotional landscape, and you have to be the first one that accepts all of your characteristics, all of your perceived flaws, and all of your perceived, what's the opposite of flaw? Positive points, good points. Yeah, that word's not coming to me right now, but I think you understand what I'm saying. A full picture of yourself. You need to accept the full picture of yourself, because that is also why some of the partnerships and people you try to work in and groups that you try to be effective in, that's also why it doesn't necessarily work the way, why it stagnates. It stagnates because you are also not stepping into it fully. So on a subconscious level, you're not voice what you need, what your needs truly are. And that is, you first need to voice them to yourself, first and foremost. So you're advised to spend some time investigating what those things are. What do you need to work at your best and to feel fulfilled and to feel effective? It's coming through in, I know effective is not really the word for a love relationship, and I'm not feeling romantic relationships in here. But at the same time, when you give love, you do want to feel like the love is received, right? And that is an element of this as well. What makes you feel like your love has been received, or your good intentions have been put to good use and have been well received? That's also in the moon here. In the Lovers, once again, I feel that this more has to do with unifying two sides of yourself, or unifying all of the aspects of yourself, and this being the key to all of this behind you here, all of this lighting up. I also feel a need for you to unify your intellect and your intuition in a way that's very unique to you. So if you have a way of, okay, they're pulling me to an example from my own life to give to you. There are certain decisions I make that I make via divination. I ask my guides, I pull cards, and that's how the decision is made, right? And I understand that there is space for reading case studies and best practices from business magazines and how-tos and such. But there are certain things where, intuition must lead. Because if intuition does not lead at some point, then we're just going to keep recycling all of the same ideas. So you being uniquely you is the key. And we'll move to the Page of Wands because, yes, it's going to be a practice. You have to learn via practice, via doing. This is learning by doing. You're moving with this open, unburdened heart. People who usually knew that they can guilt you into doing something will not be able to guilt you anymore, because you know that you have the best of intentions for everybody by having the best of intentions for yourself. And some people will guilt you and try to get you to go back into martyrdom, into putting your needs second or third, or not addressing them at all for, the greater good, or the good of the group. I feel that you should always connect to your intentions. Always ask yourself, what are my intentions? What are my intentions? And this comes from the moon as well. When you ask yourself, what are my intentions? You can quickly correct if you are doing something because you don't want someone to be upset. Now, there's also nothing negative about doing something because you don't want someone to be upset, but you have to weigh the pros and cons, or the balance of give and take in that situation then. How much are you giving? Are you going to be upset so that the other person won't be upset? Or does that mean that you're going to stay in a situation that has toxic energy for another 3 months because you don't want to quit or leave the situation and make someone upset, right? This is what the Page of Wands is doing. They're navigating how to best use their energy. And the Queen of Swords is willing to be emotionally distant when she needs to be in order to get something done, in order to do something that she knows is good for, everybody, and good for herself. They want you to understand, again, that sometimes you doing what's good for you, that in someone's eyes is not the best for them. They're not seeing the whole picture, right? You are a multidimensional being. And if you know that you are acting from good intentions, and that means that you can't do a certain favor for somebody, or no, I'm not driving out at midnight to get you from there, or no, I'm not allowing you to use me and drain me of my energy while you complain all day, so I'm going down rabbit holes now, but you understand what I'm saying. There are people who want from you who don't return the energy positively, or any positive energy to you. And when you disconnect from them, they will try to guilt you or blame you or shame you. And those are situations where you just need to wield your sword and not, the Queen of Swords also protects her open heart. Yes, there's a danger of her not operating from her heart. Okay, let me just say as well, right? I'm saying she and her, this is not gender specific, but it's divine feminine energy. She knows when to cut people off. And she knows when to cut the cords, and she knows when to stop putting her energy somewhere. That's what she knows. And I'm seeing when I said cut the cords, I'm seeing like the hot air balloon that's tied to the ground, and you cut or untie. I'm seeing the cords being cut and the hot air balloon going up in the air. And this is, I'm also getting the message, if anyone if you are investigating this starseed multidimensionality energy and it's so exciting for you and you're talking about it and people in your social circle are, well, think you've gone mad and are not embracing it, then people are entitled to their own opinions, but you need to also make the decision whether or not that is a healthy place for you to be. You know, if your heart is really connecting to those topics, to such concepts, if you're getting all information from your divination, from your meditation practice, or in your dreams, it is time for you to cut off what keeps you connected to not living your best life, right? So if that energy is providing you with lightness and positivity and hope, then go for it and, say, thanks for accompanying me as far as you have, dear friend, business partner, lady at my community center, and seek out new circles to share your energy and to share ideas with. Yeah, in the next 3 months, you're going to make some clean cuts from certain situations and people. So now I am shuffling your Portal of the Heart cards. So first and foremost, we have Eagle. Second, we have the Giveaway. Okay, how do you want this? I feel they want all three of these here. The Ghost Dance, Standstill, and Smoky Mirror. That's a lot. Or no. No, yeah, it was. And then Middle World. Let me tilt the camera a little bit. There we go. So with the Eagle, soaring high. Your heart wants you to free yourself. It wants to be free. It wants to be free. It wants to be free of restrictions, of conditions. And this is focused towards yourself. All focused on yourself. No conditions of yourself. No suppressing ideas, suppressing passions. Like, that's done. They would like it to be done. It's yearning to be done in the next 3 months. And in the Giveaway, that open heart, there's so much that you still have to offer. And it's not, when you're truly giving from this free, and see, there's even wings here, in there. When you're truly giving your energy freely, your heart can also receive. You allow yourself to receive freely as well. It's like when you express gratitude, what you end up obtaining and experiencing more things that you can be grateful for. And that is also something that in the next 3 months is going to be important for you in terms of lightening your load, is gratitude, daily gratitude practices, even for, when a shady person is exposed, talking behind your back. Thank you, universe, for exposing this person who is not really my friend, so that I no longer invest my energy in them, and I can send them off on their journey with love and good intentions. Done. Next. Right? And then you're not spending time on that particular toxic relationship anymore, and you have room for a new relationship to come in. So it's necessary to start giving away the burdens and making other people's problems about you. Like, no, give it away. So why is there so much down here by Starseed? We have the ghost dance, we have stand still, and we have the smoky mirror. So okay, so there's several things I feel from this. I feel that you are moving into another plane of existence, and your heart wants you to let go of, to lay certain ghosts to rest. These can be also ancestral, like family patterns that you are going to obliterate. Yay! Done. Healed. Check off the list. So, but that's something that you should celebrate. Fingerprints. You should celebrate that. Your heart wants to celebrate that certain... You've passed certain tests and healed certain aspects of yourself and laid a lot of karma to rest as well. Stand still. You do probably, they don't even want me to say probably, you do need to sit. There will be a period of time where it feels like nothing is really moving. And your heart actually does need to kind of rest because there's a lot of shifting going on in your world, in your internal world, which will then show itself also in your external world. And so it's necessary to kind of just be for a while and feel what you're feeling. And know that the smoky mirror is saying there's some things that you're going to feel and there's no rationalization of it at this point. Maybe at some point in the future when we have more, spiritual technologies, understanding of, then we will, there will be some scientific book out there where you can really understand what you are feeling and sensing. But, there's some mysteries that you'll never find the answer. It's the pursuit of the answer that is, the contemplation of the answer is the work, not finding the answer itself. And that curiosity is fuel for you in the next 3 months. And your heart wants to remind you that you may not find any answer that will convince anyone else. So it's necessary for you to just feel what feels true to you this is your heart speaking, true to you in your heart. Middle world. Beautiful. I feel that your heart wants to ground all of this higher crown, chakra, divine inspiration into your life. Like your heart wants to live it. It wants that to be life. Right? So it's like creating heaven on earth, if you will. And your heart feels that this is actually, the next 3 months is a very good time for you to start new undertakings and to play around with new ways of doing your work, new ways of accomplishing what you want to accomplish in the world, whether that is in terms of a career, in terms of your day-to-day life, hobbies you pursue, how you spend your free time, your relationship with your kids, if you're school age, like teenage, university, then exploring what you want your work life to look like, or what you want your life to look like once you leave academia. How you actually utilize academia, and if you actually pursue it. That's a whole, we can stay on that topic for a while, they're saying. But we're going to just include it as, if you also have a non-traditional way of getting to your goals, now is an auspicious time. It's a time when you can make a lot of progress with little effort. It's just alignment and having the idea and having the belief that is going to... Basically, I feel you have the ability right now to be an example for a lot of other people. And what you're doing, you actually are not alone in. There's other souls out there who are navigating the same terrain. And if you voice your original voice, then you will see actually more support and more echoes of, yeah, I feel that way too, or yeah, I sense that. Oh yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday. Like, all of that's going to come to you, but not if you don't say what needs to be said. I just tried to start shuffling the deck, and then a card just like flew out into my hand. Soul Loss. These are your final oracles. Oh geez. I'm going to pull these all out, but I'm not going to read all of them because, okay, they just have a lot to say to you, Leo North Node. But I'm kind of going to put them under. So, karmic debt in the mountain. So these are coming under soul loss. And then we have plant seeds, which I'll put in the center. So you're going to have 3 oracle cards that I'm going to read. There we go. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? Yeah, okay, that's it, they say. Okay, I'm going to start with soul loss. So I'm going to read the guidebook for soul loss, and then I'm going to just kind of intuitively wrap in karmic debt and the mountain. Soul loss represents powerlessness and a loss of identity. Traumatic events shake us to our core, so much so that the soul is disconnected from the body and lost in the confusion, as we try to make sense of the chaos. It's natural to lose a connection to the truest parts of yourself after trauma. Major events are not the only incidents that can trigger trauma. Small traumas can accumulate to cause the soul to suddenly and unexpectedly sever its tether to the body. To regain your soul, look to the last time you felt unconditional joy and existed without outside influence. Seek your inner child, that part of your being that still remembers how to laugh and how to approach the world with curious wonder. Connect to Mother Earth and the simple pleasures of sun on your face and grass between your toes. Allow yourself to feel inspired and to see the beauty in new adventures and experiences. Notice what feels good or comes naturally to you. Play without any expectations to remind your soul what joy feels like. Replace suffering with the process of getting to know yourself again. Yes. So, that in combination with karmic debt and the mountain, I feel that you, there's karma that you were carrying that you've probably got so used to carrying that you're not, like, you almost, it's very uncomfortably, like, the freedom is almost uncomfortable. Too much freedom. But know that it is being released at this time. The Mountain, I'm getting the feeling of resist the urge to make this hard work for you. Like, it's just time. It's just time. And if you affirm every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed, what can one affirm? Let me ask. I am free. I am not my past mistakes, or no, I'm not going to say that one. I am free. I am safe. I am loved. I am whole within myself. I am free of the past. I would say I'm free of the past. Like, those type of, like, just act like it already is. It doesn't have to be, an effort. Oh, I have all of this karma I need to let go of. No, it's gone. It's gone. It's only you recognizing that it's gone and accepting that it's gone. And that's what's great. You just keep telling yourself that it's gone, because your guides are telling me that it is gone. You just have this, you're so used to having it around that your thoughts and behaviors are echoing it. But over the next 3 months, that echo is going to go away, and you'll be free to just be new. Let's do plant seeds. Seeds are delicate and fragile, yet each one carries the intelligence of an entire plant within it. Every tiny seed contains roots, leaves, flower stems, and everything that makes that plant beautiful and unique. Seeds of intention are much the same as these little packets of magic, and they must be nurtured and protected until they are strong enough to flourish all on their own. You have pulled the plant seeds card because there are nascent ideas forming in your spirit now, or there will be soon. Whether you've been envisioning yourself as the head of a thriving business, planning to start a family, or innovating new ways to bring healthy food to your community, you have been trusted by the universe to bring this intention to life. Everything you need to grow your dreams lives within that seed. Your seed calls out to you, holding within it the potential to take root and fulfill your life's purpose. But what you do with it is up to you. Trust that this goal is yours for the taking. Be careful with your intentions at this time, for they are not ready to be shared. So for now, set your intentions and commit to their care by acknowledging that you are the right person to bring this gift into the world. I think you guys should listen to that one again, because that totally is a huge, wonderful summary of everything we talked about with intentions. And Priestess, last card. The Priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually all in this thing called life together. The difference between a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first. In stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture forward too. Don't fret too much about trying to work out who is your tribe. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel called to lead, chances are it is because at some point in your life you longed for someone to lead you. Your tribe are longing for exactly the same thing as you were and are, and might only be one step behind you. Hell, they may even be right alongside you. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up. Embrace your struggles, the peaks, the troughs. You don't need to know the way. Just believe that there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. Yay, 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 yay. Leo North Node, that was your reading. I hope that it resonated with you. I am totally stoked for you, excited for the next 3 months. And I'm doing a series called Ascension Messages that will kind of trickle through the end of December into the new year, and perhaps even longer than that. So you can check that out. That is a podcast style with messages from our star families. So I wish you all the best, and we'll see you again next time. Take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.